Okay, so in this video, we're going to be jumping into 3ds Max. So, before this, I've created a couple of different models and uploaded them to Mixamo for rigging. I started a video, if you watch, it's not very good, and I kind of stopped abruptly because it wasn't working very well, where I go through the process of using AI to generate an image and an image to generate a mesh. That video actually ends without being useful because the model doesn't work. Basically, the model doesn't work very well for animation. It looks all glitchy and bad. And in part, it's because the geometry itself isn't very good. Like, there's not good edge flow. It's mostly triangles, and it looks good. Again, you could argue how good something looks. But overall, it looks good. It just doesn't. There's no logical sense, or not enough logical sense to the model itself. However, AI driven modeling tools are exponentially getting better. The fact that the model looks as good as it does today, I find still kind of hard to believe. The other two models, one I used Ready Player Me, which is actually a really neat system. It looks like they're probably pivoting away from it, the default free one. So I guess we're going to see that a little less. But Ready Player Me is a really great avatar creator. If you ever played something like VR chat, you'll see a lot of familiar faces. So again, you can create avatars for different Web3 experiences. If you've had my 3D graphics class, these characters should look familiar because we use Ready Player Me to create avatars for Spatial.io. So all of those are pretty good options. And then, of course, I showed, I think I still have it open here, Mixamo Fuse here. This is on Steam. It's completely free. It's abandonware. I really love this software. The characters are okay, but I find their geometry really good, their anatomy really solid. They all have texture maps that can be edited and modified quite a bit. The characters' clothing can be edited with different materials and types and textures, and everything has like normal maps and stuff built in. So these things really are like game-ready models, ready to go. They're a little higher polygon count than I would hope. The Team Fortress 2 ones aside, those ones are fine, but then they're also from Team Fortress 2, so there's that. Okay, so let's take a look here. Here are the ones I got from Mixamo. So Excited 1. Those are the characters with the animation applied to it. You can see this 5,000 kilobyte one is the Fuse model, and the 3,000 kilobyte one is the one from Ready Player Me, which actually, even though it has a whole lot more materials, the Ready Player One model will actually be a little more optimized. So we'll go and grab that, guys, for now. So I'm going to hit open and open up my FBX. It's very likely that the textures are going to be broken on this. So heads up. I may have to point to the textures and kind of fix them. If it gives us our error, we can point to the folder that has all those textures, and it should auto-load them. So we'll see. Again, if it gives us that issue, we'll fix it real quick. Now this character, again, is fully rigged, ready to animate. Okay, scaling obviously is a big issue, it looks like. So here. Oh, it did load the textures just fine, but our character is so teeny tiny. So let's try this again. Let's go ahead and do File, Reset, don't save, and yes. And then let's play with the scaling and see if we can change it in our input settings. Scaling anything in Max when it's going to be animated is not easy. Scales like your not friend. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our FBX file, hit open. Okay, add update. So let's see, units, here we go. So scale factor, automatic. We'll go ahead and file units connected to, I want to say my unit setup is probably to inches, but it's weird. Let's change it to millimeters and see if we get closer. There's a scale factor of 10. Honestly, it should be more like less than that, but we'll see what we get there. That might be good enough for us to work with. probably good enough. It should be bigger than we started. Now, while we're waiting for this, in my downloads folder, I downloaded that scripts file and I unzipped it to a folder, and we're going to find that guy in just a minute. So this Mixamo skeleton's got a lot of crazy stuff happening here, but there's my character. And again, it's got these bounding boxes around all of the different bones. So you can see the thing is rigged. The skeleton's going to be really, really hard to work with as is, which is why those scripts kind of become handy. So where am I at? Downloads. Scripts 1. And so scripts. Boom. All right, now it looks like there are 2 of them in here, Auto Biped, Auto Cat, so you could try out either one if you want it. So I'm going to do this. So I've got it open. I've went to the Auto Biped folder, right? And I'm just going to drag Auto Biped to the file. Like literally, I'm just going to go drag and drop. And it's going to give me this little pop-up window. And it says, okay, and I say, create Biped. And then I just sit and wait a moment. Now, what it's doing is it's actually creating a biped that should match your Mixamo skeleton. Perfect. It's going to adjust the size. Then it's going to literally copy all of the envelopes and rigging and everything over to the biped. So it's literally going to create a whole new file with that character in the biped. Now, if you have any issues with the wrists or feet, which we'll see if we do here, we might need to tinker with them. I know when I did the Playmobil model, I had some issues with one of those things and had to kind of fix the rotation on them. I want to say it rotated a foot or a hand 90 degrees or something. It wasn't very difficult to fix, but worth noting that you may have to tinker with it just a moment. So this thing is just going to keep going. When it's all done, it should stop, doing whatever it's doing. Again, this might take a moment. It's the magic happening. Okay, but anyway, when we're done, this character will be rigged with a biped, and then we'll be able to use all or any of those biped tricks we've had up to this point. So here we go. You can see it looks like it's almost done. Still doing some stuff. But look, all of those bounding boxes and stuff are gone. It looks like it did make the biped character's head go all the way through his hat, which is kind of funny. So, not wrong, but really funny looking. In hindsight, maybe I should have uploaded the character without the hat and added the hat separate. Because with a hat like that, I could just have linked it to the head bone versus having it fully weighted. But let's just see what happens, right? Let it go. Okay. Probably should have paused the recording. Wait, this is taking a minute. If you look here, you can see the little segmented pieces of the model too. So like the torso, like the jacket's a separate piece, the hands, etc. Alright, we'll just pause this and let it do its thing. Pretty sure the moment I said let's pause this thing, it pretty much finished, but isn't that always the way, huh? Alright, so here's our character, and our character is now rigged with our biped, and we can test it out. So I'm just gonna move his head, and look, there it is. Yep, boom, he's ready to go. So a couple of things. Now we have this guy ready to go. I'll go ahead and stop the video here, just so the videos individually aren't overly long, and then we'll keep going from there.